perfect. It's good. So now I feel like if I add Alicia back, it's going to get fuzzy again. Okay, we're going to try to add Alicia back in here, guys. Hopefully it doesn't get fuzzy. So I'm watching from the computer so I can see how you guys see it.
Good. You look good.
Okay, it's better?
Yes, I think we might have fixed it.
All right, I'm looking from the computer too to make sure like that how everybody else sees it, but it's like a little delay. So give me like 2 seconds to see how it looks on the computer.
I had to keep on leaving out and coming back in.
Okay, I'm guessing it's good. Everybody's saying it's good. Perfect, good. Okay, good. On the computer, it looks good too. All right, so guys, we are getting into the second episode of Love and Marriage DC, which was entitled The Coldest Winter Ever. How do you feel about that title, Alicia?
I didn't like the title.
How did you feel about it?
I feel like the same way I feel about Winter's haircut. Stupid. It's like,
I mean, I get where they were trying to go with it. The Coldest Winter Ever is a book. It's a very popular book.
No,
but it's a book about...
episode, because I feel like she didn't do enough to be like the coldest winter ever.
Yeah, the book, The Coldest Winter Ever, is about like a gangster's daughter who becomes like this gangster boss on her own. Like, it was a really popular book like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, this wasn't given the coldest winter ever.
It should have been called The Coldest Ashley Ever, but I get that's not the name of a book yet.
I mean, I get the pun on the name, but I just don't think for this particular episode, like maybe the next one when she gets spicier, that would have been a good title.
Yeah, maybe the next one, or the ones where she's talking shit. Where when I feel like the spice, she's really spicy when I'm not in the scenes.
That's what I'm saying. If she was a spicy confessional, that's it.
Yeah, her confessionals is like round, and then when in person she like
AB. So
the episode starts with me and Monique. We went to lunch. Yes. And we're just talking about being married. I've said a lot of times, like, I was the first one of my friends that was married. So obviously I've been married the longest, even like in my family and things like that. Like, so being married, I think a lot of people often think like, oh, you're married. Like, what do you have to complain about? What do you need help with? You have a husband, he provides for you, things like that. So it was really nice, like talking to Monique about that, because I feel like you need different people in your life for different reasons. And I loved having that conversation where I'm being able to talk to her. While there, we also talked about like my sweaty pits. And not even just that, I mean, Alicia knows this. Probably since I literally said Preakness was my 1 year anniversary, I have been getting like so hot, guys. Like, I mean, I laugh and joke about it, but it's not really funny because it's like a medical issue that I've been back and forth to the doctors about now. But like, I get so fucking hot. So I was like, okay, one thing I can do is get my underarms Botox, so you guys will see if I did or didn't do that. But also, I talked about having an underarm pussy, which a lot of us have underarm pussies. Mm-hmm. It's that area right here under your arm that you can't quite get rid of. It's like, I mean, I've seen girls who 110 pounds, they got an underarm pussy.
And I had one underarm pussy that was significantly larger than the other underarm pussy. That's the underarm pussy I got done.
So yeah, Alicia went and got her big underarm pussy lipo.
The big one I got lipo.
So now I want to get my underarm pussy lipo.
But now I want both of them lipo because now I feel like, well, now I still got a little bit of underarm pussy. It's just that the one was protruding. Like, I was like, well, I had a fat pussy.
Yeah, that would have been around the block. Yeah. So it was so funny because a lot of people have like DM me or send me messages about like, they was like, I have it too. I want to get rid of mine.
Everybody talking about their underarm pussy?
Yes, underarm pussies unite, okay? You know what? We need to just free the underarm pussies.
Fuck that. Oh my God.
Me too. I'm not embracing it. I want it done. I want it gone. Yes.
Oh.
I have an underarm pussy since losing 112 pounds. Girl, you could be 112 pounds if you can have an underarm pussy. It's just one of them things. Like, it's just one of them things. Like, some of us have it, some of us don't.
Some of us just got it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's no real exercise. It's no exercise that like targets your underarm. Like, your underarm can't do no crunches. I can do this all day.
like if you do it like this, like if you like really lean, I guess. But I feel like even still, some people still just have a little bit.
Yeah. So the way we will be getting rid of mine is I too will be taking the route of a little to the underarms. So when y'all see that these underarms is snatched, y'all better be like, oh, bitch, we see them snatched underarms.
I'm like, oh, girl, you better wear your tube top.
Girl, right? I hate wearing tube tops.
Because your underarm pussy.
Because of my underarm pussy. I hate wearing tube dresses. Anything tube, I do not like.
I don't even like wearing stuff that's like, you know, like that. Like, what's that?
Like a halter?
Where it cuts right under your underarm pussy. And I'm like, and it makes your underarm pussy more obvious. Cause
right.
It's like right there.
It's like, and then it's something like, because that's how I feel about tubes. I feel like they squeeze it up. They make it.
It is real. Like,
yeah. So that was the first scene. And then what happened after that?
Well, wait. I want to go back to that scene. So what I did like, and I've just like the whole you and Monique conversation. I feel like you both kind of balance each other out, and like you made Monique a lot more relatable in that scene.
Yeah.
Because you know,
I think a lot of people attack Monique so much because I feel like first impressions, you know, people will get that stuck in your mind. It don't matter what you do after that, they get that stuck in your mind. So on her first show, literally Monique came in first and it's like, I have 4 homes. And then it was like
about like the nannies or something, right?
Yeah, and then it was like, I need a nanny, I need this. So I feel like so many people look at her like, you know, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know, but you know, like, I don't like how people do that to women, you know, when they say they need help. But we talked about this even with the first episode.
You got a husband that got money. Like I mean, like y'all talked about, like she said. Like,
yeah.
Providing for you. He be home.
Right, and we've talked about this on the first episode because there are people literally who have like DM'd me and said like, just get a nanny, get some help. And then, you know, if I was on there saying like, I got a nanny and I got this, they would be like, oh my God, you don't take care of your kids, like stuff like that. So that's why I thought it was great for us to get together and talk about it. Someone said we got together to commiserate. I don't like that word.
No, but it wasn't about misery. What I saw it was about 2 women that could relate to each other. And it's like, oh wait, somebody really understands what I'm going through. And y'all related through, especially the fact of, and a lot of women go through this, and I'm glad to talk about it. A lot of women go through the fact that even single women, me.
Exactly.
Like a man could just pick up and go, but like, I'm gone, I'm gonna go do this, I wanna do this, and like we're stuck with kids. Like, I mean, you know, unless you Black Chowder, you like, well, I can't just get to go. I gotta figure out what my kid gonna do.
Exactly.
And that's relatable beyond having a husband, no matter what, you know. What
that's just, you know, being a mom in general, how much we have to sacrifice for our children. And it doesn't matter if you're, like you said, single and married women alike, we have the same thing. And I don't like, I mean, a lot of times I get single women that be like, well, I'm single. I don't got no help at all. And I don't want to be all up in their shit. Like, girl, your kids at grandma's house 4 days a week. Because then I would be a bitch, right?
Well, my kid ain't at grandma's house 4 days a week. But
well, your kid is an adult now, so.
Well, but no. But
oh, stop playing, because let me tell you, I used to know when Sean was younger, I was jealous of Alicia because Alicia got the whole fucking summer off. It was like school ended on the 15th. The 16th to August 31st, Sean X was with his grandfather in the country. And I used to be like, that's not fair.
Tell them come get these kids too.
I got 2 more. Since you be up the family, man.
Heard you playing granddaddy now.
Right, so yeah, just in general, like moms in general, like we do have to sacrifice a lot.
For our children, more often than not, we're the ones that are solely responsible, single, married, you know, with a good baby daddy or whatever, or you know, a father that's really present. More often than not, the bulk of the responsibility relies on us. Like we want to make sure something happened with our kid, or we set up stuff, even if it's with the father, like what y'all address. They in the house with the damn father. Y'all still setting up 3 and 5 people to come and help them out.
Right, exactly.
We go out of town, like when we do that, like we gotta figure it out.
Yep. Somebody said, "Why we're doing this on YouTube?" Okay, guys, I am not social, like I'm not savvy with this type of stuff, so we can go live on YouTube. So Angela is in here. Angela is, if you know us, you know who Angela is. She's my life assistant, right? So Angela, you need to figure out how we can do this over YouTube, like when we're not together, because I know that there's a way. I can't figure it out. I'm not even going to try. So guys, y'all need to stay on Angela at Ange White. So the next time me and Alicia aren't physically together, we can be on YouTube, okay?
Yeah, because Instagram just be getting tricky. It don't like you sometimes. Start no.
Yeah, Instagram we try to play with you.
Right now, so we're not going to jinx it. Thank you, Instagram. So yeah, I really like that. But then after that, you know what would have been a good title for this show? Well, I don't know about a good title, but something about like the guys or like there was a lot of hushing going on. A lot of people get hushed up. But this episode,
Hush would have been a good title.
Hush, men are talking.
Yeah. Oh yes, because the guys had even before the hush, like the guys had like their guy scene with Neil and Jamie. So yeah, I feel like hush, the guys are talking could have been good. That would have Alicia. I'm gonna tell production they need to get you on that because you guys just think it can't.
I can be a professional instigator. Be telling them. I've been telling them. Really, what I took out of this episode overall is that. One, it showed a lot of like, which I don't know about the other show, how deep they go into this, because I never really watched it full on to see all of that. It's just like a lot of mess. Well, the same mess, I guess, that keeps going on to me, right? That's what I take from that show. But this actually shows y'all as real married couples talking about relatable married issues.
Mm-hmm.
On me, and he had 8 babies, and your man is a loser, probably cheating too. It was like, you know, you're talking about how, you know, the ordeal with, you know, you guys having the bulk of the responsibility with the kids. Then it's like the guys talking about marriage and like how, like, you know, their roles or professions, like, hey, do you know, how do you feel about your woman with that? Or like, you know, it takes a strong woman to be through this or whatever the case may be. Then like even to y'all couples dinner, which there was a single woman there, confusing, but because she was a relationship coach, that's why she was there. So then even that, the couples dinner, it was like, you know, y'all were talking about real issues. You saw Monique and Chris get into an argument, but then just as fast as they got to an argument, you saw it cleared up and how they were like, all right, you know, we good. And I really enjoyed that, you know, Quick's confessional because it was like truly just y'all. And you're like, you could tell it probably was trying to be messy with it. And you're like,
yeah, I mean, of course. And that's the thing. That's why, like, some of the confessionals, I'm looking at people like I've said before, ain't no producer, ain't nobody gonna get me to try to be as if I'm gonna be messy, I'm gonna be messy on my own. Of course, they want you to be a little messy, but I'm like, they're like, oh, what did you guys think, you know, about Monique and Chris arguing? And I'm like, people fucking argue, couples argue. It's not the end of the world.
And that's why
if you think that you're gonna be with somebody for umpteen years, married for 10 years, living in the house, being with them every day, and you're not gonna get into an argument, then you are highly delusional. And if you think that marriage is what you've seen in the Disney movie, you just skip off to the sunset and it's happily ever after and there's no bad days, then you're confused.
Yeah, and what I was always told, if you're with somebody and y'all never argue, never disagree, then it's something real fucking phony about that because that's not real. Like, people don't just agree all the time. Like,
exactly.
It's common. Like, the same way you with your girlfriends. And I was compared to, like, your relationships with your friends. We don't always agree all the time. We have a little argument or we might, disagreement. We say, well, I don't think so, whatever. And we still can be okay.
Right. So I mean, I think that's a part of life and just being a human and being, you know, an adult and a grown-up is being able to have disagreements, being able to figure them out, and then being able to move on. It's not the end of the world.
And that's the key, like being able to push through it and move on in a way that's respectful for everybody in that situation.
Yeah.
And
being able to communicate through it, you know? Right. So before we get to the dinner, because I know that's like the monument of this episode, I love the scene with me and Quick also, because like I said, I know that it can come off very, you know, just naggy. I'm like, you work too much. If you guys have followed us before the show, if you guys follow Quick, you guys know that Quick works like all the time. It's radio, it's clubs, it's DJ clubs, it's owning a club, it's, you know, multiple other businesses. So Quick works a lot. It's not like he, you know, get home at 7 o'clock at night and I'm nagging because of that. No, it's like he works. There are some days when it's like 16 hours a day, and those days are very often. So, you know, I'm happy that it showed me being like, you know, I know you gotta work, but beyond like you just being my husband, like me and Quick really are friends. Like we laugh and joke, we clown around on each other, we argue, and then that's it. You know, like that's our marriage.
No, I really like that too, and I really like that they show, and I told you this, but not because everybody. I really like that they showed like a real glimpse of your real relationship and how you are with each other. Like even with the little shady shit, Quick, like I don't know, sometimes she chick, sometimes she almost you know, pescatarian, I don't know, like whatever he said,
Right.
but it like showed y'all truly like, yeah,
that's
like,
really us. That's how we are. That's how we talk
like,
to each other.
Okay, let's whatever we get it in, like, you know. So I really like that.
And then they also show Quick meeting up with Sean Pop, who's been Quick's manager since he's been a teenager. Sean is more than Quick's manager. He's like Quick lost his father. He lost both his parents by the time he was 18. He's his father. He's my kid's grandfather. They literally call him Pop. Like, so Sean is a huge part of our lives. So I like that they got to see that part of it too.
Me too. I really enjoyed it. This thing. Where is this?
Alicia, what are you over there doing?
I was trying to get a filter, girl, but it ain't
girl, not them iridescent colors that just was popping.
It's working out for me. It kept getting stuck. So,
girl, that's up to the step.
So then, you know, so they show Chris and the scammer, the infamous scammer now at.
Well, let's call him Kevin, okay? We are going to be in a court of law where he is innocent until proven guilty.
The alleged scammer. That's what the wife called him. I ain't shit. So anyway,
his wife called him a scammer. I'm gonna call him a scammer.
So we go to fast forward to him in the line.
Wait, they said Alicia, why you got leaves falling?
Fuck off, gone now. So first of all, right, I was so surprised that you told me this motherfucker looked crazy, right? You told me he looked crazy. Bitch, what you did not tell me is that he was fucking Eddie Kane. What? Sometimes I feel like.
No, that's the wrong song.
Wait, it's the Raindrops. Wait.
Nights like this, I wish.
Raindrops would fall. Look, y'all, I still got it. I still got it. You did not tell me to get a cane. I'm so disappointed in you.
Cause you know, so this is the thing. How everybody is out. So not everybody, but how the narrative of the show is. I'm such a mean girl, right? So if I was such a mean girl, that's how I would have came to you. I would have came to you being like, this man looked like Eddie Kane. If y'all don't know who Eddie Kane is, the movie 5 Heartbeats. Eddie Kane is the member who leaves and turns into a junkie. So if I was such a mean girl, I would have said she married a man who looks like a junkie. He's a senior citizen. That's what I would have said. And I never said that.
He still got it. Nights like this. I was like, what the fuck? Now she was talking shit and starting shit and she married Eddie. How you let Eddie Kane scam you? You believed he had millions? Something in the water ain't clean.
That part, something in the water ain't clean.
Something in the water ain't right.
So yeah, so then him and Chris have that combo, and you know he's like, they said I stole money to take my kids ice skating. I'm taking my kids ice skating. Ice skating is like
$20 a head.
It costs $20.
I know they did not sue you for millions. And your partners,
cause you took $20 out of the
what is called $400.
Remember Mom the Babysitters did what's the petty cash? Cause you took $20 out of the petty cash.
I get something in the water ain't clean, y'all. Like I don't know if y'all was watching the same thing. This ain't
so. He's like, I never, right. Janelle said, I never took them skating. He said he ain't never even took the kids skating. He's, I'm a deadbeat. What the fuck? I didn't take my kids skating. What you talking about?
I don't know how to hog tie people.
I don't know how to ice skate.
Ice skate? Wait, hold up. Then, But did you see the kicker? The kicker for me, right? First of all, he said he was love bombing the girl, which is weird. Then he goes, the fake tears though. I'm like, is him and what's in the same acting class? Do you think that was
you know, they say like attracts like, okay? They say like attracts like.
I mean, it was like literally like somebody was like, get choked up now. He was like, I know.
But you know what? So I don't want to do what I've seen a friend of the show do on their interviews, is give away everything that's on the show.
No.
But what I will say is, when I saw this man for the first time and the way he looked at his wife, he loved that woman, okay? He really did love that. I mean, he really does love that woman. Like, the best thing since sliced bread, how he was looking at her when I did see him and her in the same room together. But we'll get to that when that episode comes.
I mean, she said on their show, the confessional on the last episode, that she said they was doing it more than night and he could get it up and fuck her real good, so.
She said, so tell me, y'all believe this? She said, I hate that fucking fake ass smile laugh. Our record is 8 times a day. Addie Kane. What was you on, Addie?
Oh, you know what they say? Never mind. You know what they say, man, you a long time.
What you said, Angela? Maybe I'm the real relationship coach. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So let's fast forward to dinner. Before we go to dinner, me and Quick did dip off and I got some shrimp and a salad. I don't mind vegan food. Quick hates vegan food unless I don't tell him it's vegan food. So, but this was like, so usually when I make vegan food, I'll make like spaghetti with vegan meat or like vegan burgers and stuff like that. This was like food wrapped up in a tofu and all of that. It was like real vegan, right? So I knew that. I know how Monique get down. You know, she had the chef there and everything. So we skipped off and got dinner before, like a little snack. I won't say dinner. It was a little snacky snack, a little appetizer, a little light fare before we went to the far, far land of Potomac. All right. Oh yes, my vegan chili is the bomb. Tell Angela, he eat that vegan chili, girl. But so you know, we get there. So it's us, the Lions, the Tylers, Monique, of course, her and Chris is their house, and then Winter. I'm just happy I feel like they was trying to throw a little shade, trying to make me seem like I was just so shocked and surprised and appalled that she was there. I was not. I asked Monique what you guys didn't see is when we were at lunch, me and Monique, I asked her, was she invited Winter? And Monique said, girl, no, my table was 8-seater.
I mean, it was a couple's dinner, so it didn't really make sense for her to be there, but I guess
it made no sense. It made no sense.
But I guess that's why she was saying she was a relationship coach, because like I guess that was her.
So that's what Monique said. Like she invited her because she's known her to be a relationship coach. So fast forward to the dinner, we see Chris and Monique get into it because Monique has had COVID at the time. Again, guys, this was filmed in January. So this is not yesterday to us. This is happening in our real lives. We've all already been through it. And that's something else like with reality TV. Like you guys are just in it. And of course you guys have your opinions and that's fine because you're just in it. You're supposed to.
Because you don't know how they was editing this or what they gonna show.
I mean, right, we have our opinions too. But I'm saying the real reaction of the real stuff that really happened, we had that back in January. So that's why I was just a little confused with some of the commentary that went over into the Twitter sphere. Like how people had all this everything to say, but you have none of this shit to say 4 months ago, 5 months ago. We about to be in June, baby girl. But anyway, so we see Monique literally.
She know how to do that. I give it that.
So the argument with Chris and Monique, because I have seen people saying like, why she ain't help Chris and Monique. So this is the thing. You like there's not. I feel like they have their issues. Like every other married couple has their issues. What Monique was saying was she had COVID. Both of them had COVID. She took care of Chris while he had it. Then I guess she must have got it from him. And while she had it, he left her to fend for herself in a room for 4 days. No water, no nothing. She literally said she told her she lost.
I think like she was a prisoner.
But she said she lost 10 pounds in 4 days.
Clarified, but she did kind of let her think like she was like left for dead up there.
Well, shit. You don't bring me no food for 4
like
days.
Got that or soul food, but they leave a plate at the door.
That's what I'm saying. You could have slid a plate at the door like Uncle, what was his name on soul food?
I can't think of it right now.
Well, why it seems like on soul food they only fab on Sundays?
That was the only time you saw that plate go up there.
That must have been a big plate.
I guess. Yo, I can't remember his name. Somebody, Uncle Pete, yes.
Yes, Uncle Pete, yes. They left Uncle Pete in there forever. They have a chef. No, they do not have a chef. See, this is, again, guys, you were watching a show. They had a chef for an event. They don't have a chef at their home every single day. They had 9 people to feed. So, yes, they brought in a chef to cook for everybody. They don't have a chef cooking for them every single day.
That is hilarious.
So, I mean, but even that, Chris could have hired a chef.
Yes.
He could have hired a chef to come cook for her. I mean, we got DoorDash, Uber Eats, Child Lunchables. Well, Monique she's now vegan, but anything. Give her a damn tomato, something. Don't let the girl just.
And if she told him, you got to check on me.
Chickpeas.
Fucking cold world, right?
So yeah, so that was the whole argument with that. And Chris felt like, so again, I got it from Chris' point of view too, because Chris says like Monique is always very tired. So he's like, I'm gonna let you rest. I'm gonna let you, heal.
8 days and 8 nights.
It was not 8 days.
I'll be here on the 5th day. just make sure you still here, because what gonna do to them kids?
You stupid.
Yo, that's hilarious though. But I like the way they bounced back from it. I like the way y'all supported them through that in your confessional. I think that was good for everybody to kind of see.
Yeah, and then, Monique brings up again that she wanted, some tips from I'm going to say the Arenas. From Arena.
I want the Tylers to do a Q&A.
She does. So then.
I y'all out if I was fucking Arena. Bitch, if y'all don't stop trying to get me to do a Q&A.
So then Raina I feel like I can hear it a little bit, but Raina does say, I remember her saying like, anything y'all been through or going through, like we already been there, done that. So when she said that, I was like, well, child, what? Because let me know what the fuck y'all been through. Like, because now so when people say that, like, how do you know? Because you do, I can't tell somebody I've been there, done that, what they've been through in their marriage. It's not the same thing.
You don't know.
You don't know.
And what might that be? So wait, that brings me to one of the funniest moments of the fucking dinner, right? Which was when when Jamie was talking about, women call phone because I throw these parties. I'm sure Quick got all kinds of people call his phone because he throw the parties. Whatever. He was like,
Look,
everybody
like, who said that? Who said that? But the difference is with that, in Jamie's defense, Jamie is a promoter. Quick is a DJ. So a promoter is the one that got to book the table. I know, but I'm just saying to people, to clarify, and for people who may not know, promoters book the tables. They got to deal with the door. They have to deal with the people.
He has to be social to people.
Right. I mean, Quick does this too, but it's more so Quick has other people that does that. Jamie is the actual promoter, so he has to do it with his parties. But then they do get into, so how did you feel about when Raina was like, what I feel like may have been infidelities, but I never caught him. But there were I would see girls calling his phone and things like that. If there are girls calling my husband's phone, we have a problem.
But again, Jamie's a promoter. So girls could be calling to book tables or whatever. They got birthday parties, whatever, right?
Right, but I feel like Arena she knows the business that he's in. So if there's somebody calling saying, hey, I want to book a table for Friday, I'm not about to be like, oh my God.
So I think she was very elusive with it because I think she left room for people to make their own opinion about it, right? Which I don't know, good or bad or whatever, but if she's good with it, then that's at the end of the day, she the only one got to deal with it, right? But I think that what I took that as was her saying like, I never really had anything that I saw that was crazy from him. I don't think it was like I saw girls call his phone saying, hey, when you coming over tonight? I think it mean like literally I saw a girl name on his phone. But maybe the message didn't say it. This how I took it. That it wasn't nothing like to show like he's cheating or messing with somebody. And he's like, well, so for whatever. And so it's like, well, you know, I just took it as that way because maybe she had some insecurities around that time about what he did and like who he's around, which he kind of said too. So I think that's how I took it. I took it like, not necessarily like, well, I didn't catch him, like she needed to catch him in bed with somebody. I don't think she literally meant it like that.
No, right.
Yeah, I think she meant it like to the sense of nothing ever looked like, it just was me that I'm thinking like as a girl, or because you're at this party, because I know how women are. And then I see a girl, whatever, and I'm like, you know, but I've never seen anything that was like proof or evident, like, or something to say like, oh yeah, no, he really cheated on me.
Right. But so Raina asked on, I think, Twitter, is there a difference between infidelity and cheating?
Infidelity and cheating. What happened?
Raina asked on Twitter, is there a difference between infidelity and cheating?
Let me go to the dictionary because I'm pretty sure infidelity means.
So I think more so what she meant by that is. What kind
of question is this?
I think more so what she meant by that, like sex versus, and I think so that's what I'm saying. I think that we kind of get into this later on in the show, but it's like Jamie is here, so don't get cute in the comments. Jamie said, try somebody else. You know what I told him, Jamie? Play with somebody safer. But
they're the same definition though, so I need to understand what she meant by that.
So I think she means like, is there a difference between, and like I said, I feel like we get into this on the show. I think that there's a difference between if my husband is kiki and chit chatting with some chick on the phone that I don't know, going out, that's not cool. For me, that's cheating. But I feel like she feels like infidelity is having sex with someone.
Okay, I guess so. All right, so yeah, because by definition, though, to be clear, infidelity is the act of cheating on your spouse.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Cheating.
I get it, and I feel like everybody has a different definition of cheating. Like,
but I think that's more so what she meant. Maybe she meant like the definition of what do you consider cheating?
Yeah.
So like you consider like an inappropriate relationship or an emotional connection with somebody cheating versus, or does it have to be physical sex?
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, we get into that later. So I don't want to. Some people, everybody saying don't do either one. Look at Jamie. Go and Alicia, explain it for him. Good job. Defend me.
Oh, he's my friend today, huh?
All right.
Maybe I'm tired. He's trying to tell me shut the fuck up.
So we do get into that in later episodes. So we'll get to that when we get it. Jamie was like, zip it. This old, I don't want to talk about it. Why you bringing up old shit?
Look, I feel. So wait a minute though. So why you here? So is that where did they misedit that part? Was she talking about that when he told her to shh?
Well, he said zip it. Out? Yeah, basically he was like, be quiet. We ain't gonna talk about this.
So you know they showed it right after somebody said something. She was like, shh.
Yeah, I mean, because Raina is a lot like us. Raina like, this what happened, and blah, blah, blah. Jamie like, don't be bringing up old shit.
And so much to say. He don't need to be talking to her like that. Girl, you need to worry. You got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, so when that happened, they go to, like I said, have kids. They go to her confessional, and she's like, I didn't like that. Girl, you mad about a zip? You mad about a zip, honey? Like you said, you been through some bigger shit than zips. You know what? You know who should have zipped it?
Eddie Kane.
No, first husband should have zipped it.
Oh, zipped it up. Oh,
the nanny smasher.
I'm picking up what you put there. So it seems like, so now let's go to dinner, right? Now we at the dinner, right? The dinner was the end of the episode, kind of like the finale of the episode.
It was like the big explosion.
Right. So we talked about the beginning of dinner and this, Chris and Monique, but then it gets spicy. Jamie and Raina speak on their stuff or whatever. But Hattie, she did not like, no, you had to say, honey.
Before she didn't like anything I had to say, mind you, again, you guys are seeing 5 minutes of 3 hours, you know. So we're sitting there, we're drinking, we're eating. We play games. Like everybody's going around talking about their marriages, right? So we're all talking. It's not just Jamie and Arena talking about things that are happening in their marriages. Chris and Monique have talked about things that happen in marriages. Me and Quick have talked about things that happen in their marriages. We played a game like who's ever been locked up, like so much, right? Mm-hmm. So we are literally at a table because we all, and I feel like Monique says this a lot, we all know each other, have known each other for years, but we don't know each other as friends. We don't know each other that deeply. So this is really a time for us to, like, we're trying to get to know each other better. And again, for me, it is weird and uncomfortable because there's already a little bit of tension between me and Winter for whatever reason. Why am I sitting at this table spilling my information to you? I mean, there's really
husband here.
Right. But at the end of the day, she also came to the table, literally, to the show, spilling all of her information. So then Raina said something to her like, well, you know, you've been over there quiet, Winter, or whatever. So Winter gets into it about, you know, it's been a crazy, 6 months. So I'm like, wow, why it's been a crazy 6 months? And then Alicia, what did she start saying?
So she need to go to episode 3. So then she goes into saying how, well, somebody said you want me plucker. That is definitely somebody from Baltimore, though. That's hilarious.
No, she a damn wrestler, boxer, or some shit. No, we don't want you to hear her.
Please don't pluck her.
You're not. I think that's like against the law.
You're in jail. So she gets into how it's been such a crazy 6 months because she found out her husband that she knew almost a year before she married him was, she got a call that his business was being sued for millions. His partners was dropping out because, basically something ain't right? Something in the water ain't clean, okay?
Something in the water ain't clean, Grandma.
It's pollution. It's giving Flint.
Polluted.
Giving Flint. All right, the water on Flint. So,
Alicia.
I mean, they got clean water now, right? So, tomato, they good. So anyway, so I was like, well, what's going on? And she was like, yeah. And then Monique, my favorite part is, she's like, yeah. And he went back to go live with his mother. I haven't seen him in 6 months. Monique go, I told you he lived in his mama's basement.
That was funny.
The way Monique, I told you he lived in his mama's basement.
Because Chris, to add to that, she's saying that to Chris because they've known Winter for 15 years. They've also known Kevin for a really long time, just in different realms. And then when they found out they got together, it was like they were so in love. They were such this great match made in heaven. I mean, Winter literally told us at the table, and Tasha's on here, Tasha, Neil, Jamie, Raina, if you're on here, we're all at the table. And she says, what you didn't see is, I think I asked, I was like, well, what attracted you to him? Like, what made you get with him? And she was like, he was a believer. He was a believer. Like, she kept saying this. And I'm like, a believer in what? Like Santa Claus? Like, so we all here don't believe in God? We atheists?
We believe in abortion rights? Because I'm with them. Protect our uteruses. I mean, what was he believing in?
So the Lord, child, because obviously the rest of us are not.
Oh, the rest of y'all heathens at the motherfucking table, huh?
The rest of us just, we just devil worshipers, apparently.
Oh, y'all was a table from hell, literally. Y'all was giving hell.
Right. So these are things you don't see. So it's not like I just came straight out the gate like, girl, your husband is. It's like she just keeps saying little stuff like, to big herself up, to make her seem holier than thou, all these things. And I'm like,
so is this why you say your confessional? You think, being fun is beneath her?
Yeah, I do think that. I mean, she gives me bored. There's nothing, I would never hang out with her. And that's fine. Like, you don't have to be friends with everybody. This is Monique's friend, or that Monique brought in. So I had no desire to get to know her, like, at all. After day one, after I heard all her business in 5 seconds, ma'am, I would never tell you my business. I would never confide in you, ever.
I mean, we already talked about episode 1. Episode 1, she said she's auditioning Friends. You should do a better job at auditioning husbands, bitch.
Exactly. That's what she should have
done. Oh, she didn't know him for a year yet. That's why he didn't have an evaluation. Now it makes sense. Because she said she gives her friends evaluations annually.
Once a year.
At Monique's event. So she didn't make it to a year to give him the evaluation. Okay.
Exactly.
It
all makes sense now, right? Make it make sense.
Now I'm getting you, Winter. Now somebody called me. Now I'm getting you, Winter. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. He didn't make it to the year to get the evaluation that you give to the homegirls.
Exactly. So then, so now she's telling us everything that happened. Like his business is getting, he's getting investigated and all these things and blah, 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 right? So I asked her, how long did you know him before you got married? And she says about a year.
She said almost.
Okay. Okay, so you knew him about a year before you got married. Okay, I'm not throwing, I understand, especially when people are on their second marriages. Sometimes you feel like if you know, whatever, that's your business. But then,
and I get all
when she tells us, and this is her sitting on her. There's a difference between a basement apartment in Georgetown, and living in your mama's basement. Yeah, bitch, there is a difference. So why didn't you know? Why didn't you find out?
Why have you never been to a man's house that you married?
And so again, things that you didn't see, she kept saying, so they got married in 2020. So things that you also didn't see was she kept telling us because it was during COVID, she never went to his house.
So
but you married him?
Make that make sense? This what I'm telling you.
You married someone during COVID, but you won't go to their house.
It's the Flint water for me. So you were comfortable enough with marrying a whole human being. First of all, dating them, marrying them, and all that, right? Going to the chapel, okay? Being around his kids, Laura. Having around your kids, you got about 4. And you couldn't go to his house, but he was at your house during COVID. Because where was y'all?
So that lets me know you knew something was up.
Where was y'all fucking 18 times a day? Y'all was at some house. It wasn't his.
Obviously, y'all can be fucking in mama's basement.
It wasn't his because you didn't know he lived with his parents. So basically, that man is 75 and a half years old. Eddie Kane that I saw, he's 75 and a half years old. So, and then the fuck, his parents is still alive? His parents got money.
So, okay. I'm fucking shady as fuck. So I did ask. So listen. I did ask her. I said, well, so he's supposed to be 60. So so they try to make him out to be this mean girl. What they didn't show again is me saying to her. I said, well, if he's 60, I said, well, his parents have to be older. Maybe he's taking care of. Maybe he lives with his parents to take care of them. She's like, no, his parents are good. His parents are active. His dad works. This. Like, So I'm like, okay. So this whole mean girl notion that she wants, because I'm trying to throw this man a fucking bone, trying to give her a fucking bone as well of why this is not clicking to you, that this shit don't make sense.
No, Ashley, I got it. No, I got it. She just don't want to say that it was a senior citizen living facility. When you're in a senior living facility, you can't have people under a certain age come there because
and during COVID, no visitors.
Yeah, they don't let people stay there like babies and younger people. So that's probably why she didn't go, because he couldn't bring her there because
there was no visitors. There was no visitors.
No, they all seniors. She's not senior citizen. That gotta be it.
So that, and Tasha, I'm not lying, because that lady is just, every time she opened up her mouth, it's like the lies just keep falling. I was like, lies all the time. I literally asked her, I was like, well, maybe he living with his parents to help take care of him. His parents are in their 80s, I think. She shut that down, no, his parents are healthy, his parents are active, his parents are working. She even told us this man ain't have no car. He was driving his daddy's car. He's 16 years old, stealing his daddy's car to come visit her.
And she thought he had all the millions. I mean, to be doing a significant type of scam to be getting for millions. So that check ain't clear from that scam. That's what really happened.
So the part you see is, when I said, well, you didn't ask him because, she didn't.
Girl, you're right. Ashley, but you made a good point though. And you motherfuckers out there, you pay attention. You gotta be specific with these questions, okay? Basement apartment. Whose basement?
Whose basement? His mama, his daddy's.
You have to ask. You have to ask. One time I dated a guy, right? And I assumed he was single because he was trying to talk to me. You know what? I found out he's married. You know what he asked? You know what he told me? You never asked, was I married?
You never asked.
Be specific.
You can't just be out here assuming these days, because assuming makes you an ass. It makes you an ass, and then when you got a half head of hair, you look like one too. You look like a baby's bottom.
I mean, whose basement? Simple enough question, y'all. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Don't get got.
Y'all gotta be asking motherfuckers these questions, okay?
Any given Sunday. Now, we all done got finagled by somebody now, ladies.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
we done all had a good finagle too.
People get had every day.
Let's get finagled right now. And Bright just finding out too. We done all had.
And that's what I'm saying. That wasn't, so now in the Twitterverse, she's trying to make it seem like, oh, she was being attacked because she made a mistake in marrying. Anybody can marry the wrong person. Yes, anybody can marry the wrong person. We all could find, I could find out some, I've known Quick since I was 16 years old. I could find out some shit about him today that I never fucking knew. You did not do your due diligence of simple things about how are you making your money? Where do you lay your head?
Hey, can we go over your house tonight instead of fucking 8 times in mine with my 4 kids home?
Child. So then we get to the part where so that's why she gets to the point where she says, in verbatim, she says, me and Angela watched it on closed caption because we just wanted to make sure I wasn't hearing this wrong. I am a relationship coach. I asked all the right questions.
No, she said that to solidify. That's why she asked all the right questions. I watched it too, as well, with you, and then I had to watch it again. I said, I thought I was missing something yesterday. I didn't know Twitter fingers. I didn't know what the fuck happened, right? So I was like, I am confusion. Now she's not a relationship coach. And I went back and watched it. And she literally said verbatim, I am a relationship coach. So I asked all the right questions.
So if you guys are wondering why we're saying so much on this, is because Saturday nights, of course, we all are live tweeting. This woman says she is not a relationship coach on Twitter. And then she tries to clean it up. Well, I was at the time. Mind y'all, we filmed this in January. So, I mean, ma'am, I'm like Alicia said, I'm confused now. I don't know what the fuck, okay?
I am confusion. Not to be confused with Confucius. Just confusion. Just confusion. Okay?
So, so that's what I asked. I'm like, well, I am genuinely confused. How are you a relationship coach when you were married to someone who had multiple children on you through the marriage that you stayed in? Because she also likes to say, I get out of stuff. I get out of things. You didn't get out of it. Stop. You did not. You have children that are the same exact age, months apart, more than the same year. Stop it. Okay, we'll get to.
Ashley, she a minister, y'all.
Is she? I mean, I don't know. Anybody could be a minister. I'm about to go get ordained right now for $9.99 on ordainme.com. I too will be a minister in a few days, okay?
Whatever she want to be. The thing is that when you tell people you are something, right, they believe you. So
exactly. I mean, I have no reason to doubt you.
I always say
out of your mouth, this is my job. I'm going to believe you. I'm going to take your word for what it is, because I don't think that you're a 40-ass old lying woman. I don't believe that. So if you tell me this is my profession, this is what I do, that is what I think you do. If I told y'all I scrub butts for a living, guess what y'all gonna do? Think I'm an ass wiper. And if you call me an ass wiper, I can't be mad, because I done told you I scrub asses for a living.
I was wiping asses.
And that's when the episode goes off, and she's upset with me. And then they show the clip for next week. She shows
you know what I'm laughing at.
I know. We're going to start reading the comments in a second. So they show the episode of next week, and you know, I'm telling her like I'm very confused. While you are a grown ass woman with 4 kids who's already been through a terrible fucking marriage, why at minimum you didn't see this man's home? No one would do that.
That kind of change.
Like I told you, I got married, I got engaged at 21 years old. I knew where the fuck my husband lived at. Okay. Like, so don't put up, it's not because it's blinders. It's not because you were so in love. No, it's because you thought this man had a bunch of fucking money. And that fucking alimony was probably running out from the first one.
And as soon as you fell out that bag right there, has he say,
Exactly. That's why you got out. Yeah, I would get the fuck out too. You know why? Because in what I've realized, especially from episode 1 to episode 2, episode 1, you know, she told her story, which is heart-wrenching. I don't know how I would react to finding out that my husband has cheated with someone who I trust in my home with my children, that I'm pregnant at the same time. And then not only did he do it once, he did it multiple times. That shit had to be hurtful as fuck.
They had you planning baby showers and shit.
Again, we like I said, we gonna get into that when that episode comes. If they bring it up, if they don't, we will rehash it. So, y'all, I mean, I can't. So this woman, I'm so, because like I said, this shit happened in January. Over it, done. I said my piece. I said what I had to say. She said what she had to say. I don't give a fuck. But watching it now, like you said, her confessionals, like, girl, you did not have all that to say to me. And now on Twitter, you just, remember when Meek Mill was Twitter fingers?
Girl, Twitter fingers. She made her way on this show, baby. So this is why I can't take the shit seriously at all, right? The bitch really hook, line, and sinker everybody in to keep getting on the show. Like, and I got some more to tell y'all. You start off, I'm very confused because I went from knowing that the husband was sleeping with the nanny, having multiple kids with the nanny, and that's the part of the story y'all saw on Monique's first event. And then by the end of the event, it's like, you know, she said she married right now. So you're married right now, but you going on tour talking about the other husband cheating on you and looking for.
And my thing is this: I think that we should tell our story. And if her story, if she was telling her story to empower other women, like, this happened to me, this hurt me, I overcame this, but to me it didn't come off like that. To me, it came off like, these men are just treating me so wrong, and I am a victim, and I am a victim. Okay? So then on Twitter or Instagram, like I said, she's been just going off. So that's where we are now. So we can get into that, but we can also get into some of the comments. And the conversation continues next Saturday at the dinner. And then me, her, Tasha, Arena have a little dinner powwow as well that you guys will get to see. And then there is more shit that comes from that.
I just have one thing that I'll ask you if you're okay with doing. That was, so again, like Ashley said, I don't know, this woman started a whole bunch of mess the other day on Twitter, right? She thought she read Ashley, y'all. She thought she got.
She thought she
snatched Ashley edges off, okay? She was like, yeah, and you taller than your husband, bitch.
I mean, so this is what happened. Oh. So this is what she didn't say, bitch, because you know she doesn't curse. She doesn't curse.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
So what exactly happened? I mean, Twitter. I mean, guys, let me tell y'all. I wasn't. So Saturday night, I'm on Twitter, obviously, going whatever, talking shit, hee kiki, throwing some shade, whatever. This is now the next day. It's Sunday, right? I'm not on Twitter. I'm at home. I'm literally trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on SVU and organized crime. And my beloved Angela sends me a screenshot that this woman is still over on Twitter talking shit. So I think the first one said something to the effect of,
it don't even matter. This shit was weak, okay?
No, but the first one said something to the effect, because I said, which is not my type of girl. I like to go out. I like to get drunk. I like to drink. I like to dance on tabletops, blah, 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 blah. Oh, guys, if you are not on Twitter, you should get on Twitter. Follow me, same name, Ashley Brittany, same name, Alicia Chris.
Follow me, Alicia Chris, because I don't got no followers. I just started my Twitter yesterday.
So, you know, so she responded to that, which I felt like, okay, could be fine. She was like, this is where I didn't like. She said, I'm not auditioning friends. I have better things to do than go out and get drunk and stand on tabletops, like get my PhD. I felt like she thought that was like a boom, drop smite.
Oh yeah, she definitely did. She was like, got you, bitch.
You know what? Let me just go over to Twitter because what I don't want to misquote anyone, okay?
No, I just really want to read this one. This one is all I need to read. I'll read the one at the last response to you, and then when you just
I can't.
When you
I can't get on there on my Instagram. On my Twitter.
Let me just read this. This all we need. This all we need. This is when she thought she was killing Ashley, y'all, right? So this is the last one. She's going.
You read it. Go.
I'm gonna read. Yes. Now we have a dramatic reading by Alicia Funtime Moms. So she goes, Ashley. So you're 36 or 13. Is your heart this ugly?
Wait, no. So let's rewind. No, let's start that whole thread when Monique starts.
Oh, Monique say you are a relationship coach, right? Shit. Now I just wanted to read your part. I didn't even read
because you can't. I want to give them context, guys. I have to give them context. So I posted, you know, a clip from the episode and asked everybody what they thought about it. Mind you, like I said, this woman has been talking about she's not a relationship coach on Twitter. When we all heard you say that you are a relationship coach. So Monique responded and added her and said, well, Winter, you did say you were a relationship coach. Winter basically goes like, no, I mean, I was, but I wasn't. Now I'm not. Yeah, whatever. So I responded and I said, which one is it? And put a flip-flop beside it. So then she responded. Go ahead, dramatic reading.
Okay, so then she responded. So you're 36 or 13 because she's mad because she is a flip-flopper, okay? Is your heart this ugly? Help me understand. I know you're desperate to escape quick shadow, but you're taller. We will always see you. Girl,
that's what she said, right?
Ball, half hit, what the fuck? Girl,
she thought she killed me with that one. She thought she killed me.
Girl.
She thought she killed me with it.
Girl.
So my response, I will read you guys my response. Wait, let me find it.
I got it up.
Do you want to read mine too?
Yes, that's the only one I wanted to read. I didn't want to read hers. This is the
okay,
joke.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, that was a 13-year-old response. Ashley goes, Winter, I know it's difficult that you can no longer hide behind Bible verses anymore and the real you is being shown. My heart is ugly for asking you how you're a relationship expert when the proof is clear. That's not your calling. If anyone has the ugly heart, it's you, half-head. Because the way you throw around rumors about other marriages is anything other than godly. Did they not teach you that on online ordinance class? You can throw around all the short jokes you want, just like your first husband threw around his dick and impregnated your nanny and other women while you stayed in a marriage and had kids the same age. Can we just take a pause? That was a moment of silence because she died once right there. All right. And or how you married a scammer who was such a believer. Get a grip on reality. Like you finally got a grip on that bald ass side of your head. Bad choices in men, bad choices in haircuts. You knew exactly what the fuck I said to you as this was way back in January. Now you tough in the internet streets. I'll see you at the reunion.
Wait, but added that last part. What else I say?
So I cut it off right there. Say, get your, I don't know.
So I also added it, and next time, get your ghostwriter to write your fucking comebacks for me. Okay?
Get the writer to
because the weak shit I'm not going to do.
Stay on the show. Get them to write this on Twitter. Because it ain't work, baby. I said, ooh.
So after that, I said I was done. I'm done. I'm not gonna. So look, what I told Alicia and I told my castmates and everybody else.
Mic drop.
drop my phone. Like, I'm not playing with you. One thing.
Rest in peace, Snowflake, Gay Dave.
The thing you can do for me, like, you can say whatever you want to say about me based on facts, okay? But when you say out your mouth something and I just repeat it back to you, now I'm so mean and I'm so this and I'm so that. Bitch, now I'm coming for you. Like I said, I'm going to empty the clip on you every time. And I don't need a ghostwriter. You wanted a mean girl. Guess what? There's a mean girl deep down inside that I buried a long time ago. She kind of been itching to get out. And now she's woke. Okay.
Should have quit when you was ahead.
When she was ahead. Wait, someone said that sounds like Butler. Ashley Butler definitely came out. Cause see, y'all only really know Ashley Silva, okay? Y'all know Quick's wife. Mm. But Ashley Butler ain't nothing nice to play with. And I don't be letting her come out. I gotta tuck her away. I have talked to her every morning. Like, no, today you will not. You cannot come out to play. And she'd be like, please let me come out to play. I'd be like, no. And I think she knocked my ass the fuck out last night. Ashley Butler said, I'm here, bitch. I'm back.
Bitch, when I tell you, when I read that motherfucking shit, one thug tear came out and I said,
no, wait. So the person here, her name is Fun Size Red, which is so funny. She's one of my sister's high school friends. She said, because I know Butler. Exactly. They knew me when I was a kid. I was mean as fucking shit at 9 years old. You think the fuck, bitch? I won't fucking kill your ass.
Baby, when I read, I'm telling you, I was like, what the fuck I'm talking about, bitch? Yeah. That's my dog. That's my dog.
I didn't even gonna say that. I was trying to get it out before you said it.
That's how it was.
That's my dog.
I like, that's my dog. Wait, you said something about here. Hold up, bitch. I got a meme. Here I come.
Then Alicia will post. Tell them what you posted.
Let me. Oh, I wish I could show them. I can't.
I know. I wish we could like show on screen like what you posted.
I know I can't get on Instagram over here. So I can't show them. I should have took a picture of it and sent it to me.
So Alicia posted. You know how
what I ordered is what I got.
Like what you ordered versus what you got. She will post Cassie from 2009.
Cassie and her ass. Lord.
Because honey, that haircut wasn't giving. It wasn't what you thought.
It was definitely giving. She was that made like. I mean, between the two of them, I mean, it really is fucked up and sad. Between the two of them, she was on her way to Brittany, and it's like she quit. Like was like fuck it. Decide.
So I'm gonna read the comments. Everybody saying they need you on the show, Alicia. Alicia is going to be on the show, guys. She is on the show. But see, Alicia held back on the show, and I don't like that. Alicia was a phony bitch on the show, y'all.
No. And we'll talk about that scene when it gets here because you already know it's not what it looked like, and everybody gonna know like this don't seem right. And it ain't. It is full out of reasons. One being who the fuck takes winter seriously, and I already knew she came in, and like I said last week, I was rooting for the bitch. I said, oh, I like it. Because they needed her. They needed somebody with some fucked up ass stories and miserable and like can start shit and just miserable as fuck and half-head and they needed it.
Yep.
Like I mean, yep. I'm rooting for her.
Yeah. So Janelle is Tasha's daughter. She said to think it's only episode 2 and her whole she digging will only get deeper, child. I mean it is. I feel like I got all y'all said child. Even one of my producers texted me something today talking about child. I was like, exactly. Like, we're only on episode 2. There's so much more to unfold. There's so much more to see. But she's already going on these. She's trying to get in front of everything. And I saw a clip of her like still bashing her still husband that she's married to and all that stuff.
It's like disrespectful. You so holy roly and now like I don't even understand none of this.
So what I'm saying is she literally came in day one trying to make her place on the show because she did interview to be casted. And I think she was in the running to be